Previously on Maiku's Race to 100 Countries. After a week of traveling first and second class by train, eating amazing Thai food, learning how to ride a scooter, and hanging out with the majestic Thai elephants, it was time to move on to the next country. However, I had noticed that there were some severe weight restrictions on discount airlines in the region. So here is how you bypass that, and it involves a little sleight of hand. Alright, welcome to Changi International Airport. We have three problems today. One, my bag that I'm using for my camera bag is currently falling apart, which is not great because these bags are stupid expensive. Two, the flight that I'm taking, I have two flights today. They don't allow personal baggage or something, so I have a carry-on, but I don't know how I'm gonna get around this problem without having to pay more money. The idea is I don't want to really pay more money. It's the reason why I like taking buses and trains and things, because I don't have to worry about paying more money for luggage. When you're on a budget, these things matter. So to figure out how to get to my terminal. It's not like I don't like flights, I just don't like having to pay more when like things should be already included in the flight. It's ridiculous. What do you mean I'm not supposed to have baggage when I'm flying somewhere? Everything in life and travel is about problem solving and seeing how far you can get away with things. So this is the problem. We got a zipper that is now broken. It's not an exactly ideal situation, but I can repair that. As long as I can find a flathead screwdriver and a pair of pliers, I can fix that by myself. So normally what I do to avoid any kind of scrutiny is I'd wait until the very last moment when everyone's lining up to get boarding. Once you get to that point, they're just trying to get people on the plane as quickly as possible. You can probably just breeze through without having to do any type of like baggage check. You just have to be extremely confident and just show like you belong there. It's actually the only kind of way to do it, because if you like start asking questions or you have anyone talk to you, that's when it's game over, because that's when they can ask you how many baggage you have. Just go up to the counter right when they start boarding the flight and show your boarding pass and just like pretend like this is all supposed to be like this. And then you usually can get away with it, because by that point they're all lined up and everyone's already trying to get on the plane, and they need to get the plane to get off the tarmac because then they get charged. So the next problem is actually in the next airport, because I don't have a boarding pass. They require me to go talk to an agent because I need to show that I have the visa to enter Vietnam. You just gotta believe. Although I have noticed that a lot of the bags have some tags on them, so I'm hoping that just to like they're just gonna assume that I have the tag and let me on. Okay, we're just gonna let a line build up, and then we'll just be in the middle of the queue. So that way, there's like absolute pressure on them to like just let them in.
0, 1, 2, Bangkok is now boarding at gate 6.
That's it. We made it through. They were such in a rush that they didn't have time to check my baggage. I'm super overweight with my bags. super duper overweight with my bags. All right, let's hope like no one stops me from here. So I just realized that the airline that went bankrupt that I was working with a couple of years ago, their planes are here. The plane I'm on is actually one of their former planes, WOW Air. Crazy. So people that don't know the whole deal with WOW Air, I did a deal with WOW Air. Like this was like 2019, and we had like this whole thing that we planned out together as like a whole thing. And right when we signed the contract and we did all the work, and then they're supposed to give me an air ticket to go anywhere in Europe, they went bankrupt. So it's funny that we're now entering one of WOW Air's former planes on Vietjet. Isn't that funny how life turns out? So I got the emergency seat, and it's technically a window seat. So we're right now 9 for 9. first flight complete, first problem solved. We're now in Bangkok, getting ready for our second flight. Thank you. So that's definitely one of the jets that was supposed to take me to Europe some time ago, before they went bankrupt. Alright, so the hope is that I don't have to go through security again, but it looks like I may have to because we're in domestic arrivals. Okay, so I just decided that I'm just gonna let fate happen and see what happens with the check-in. I really don't want to pay more money. We made it! They didn't check my bags. I'm like 14 pounds overweight or something.
Really?
Yeah, it's like ridiculous. They never weighed it. I'm so happy. That's 2 solved. And I made a friend. This is Iris.
Oh.
She's coming. We're all staying at the same hostel apparently. This is all just really lucky. But here we go. Immigration. Yeah. No camera, no camera. Okay, I better put the camera away. Okay, so we went through security and like it wasn't busy. So which means they picked apart through everything again. But in the middle of it, I did find a new friend. Hi.
Hello.
And we're also planning to stay at the same hostel together. We just miraculously was like, I guessed it, and she was like, I'm going there too. Because I booked it drunk last night.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. So we have 2 more companions with us that have joined from the airport, and now we're heading on to the plane to Hanoi. Let's go! So you know when you get the letter B on an airplane ticket? This is the second time today I got it. This is amazing. We're like 11 for 11 for window seats. This is insane. The only thing is that they don't allow to film on flights when it takes off or lands. And the flight steward is gonna sit right over there. So, sorry. Nothing I can do. All right, here we go. Country number 5. We've now made it to Vietnam. Country number 5. Celebration for everybody. Woo! Yay! My customs officer didn't even talk to me. He literally just like pointed, mask, look, didn't even say a single word. Hilarious. Costs $18 to get your SIM card upgraded, and you can do all the money exchange here right all at the same time. Welcome to Hanoi. Alright, so that is the end of today's video. We've now made it to country number 5, Hanoi, Vietnam. And we're gonna head over to our hostel and figure out what to do when we get there. So, again, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Remember to share with all your friends the videos that we are trying to produce for this show. And I guess I'll see you guys next time.
Yes.
I am filming now.
Oh.
Bye.
Oh.